Hello everyone, welcome to Really Good Crochet. My name's Ali and today we're going to be making the Larks Rising square. Now, the square that I have in front of you today is one that's going to be made as a number of six for a project that I'm going to be telling you about later on, but it'll help to show you the lovely texture that this creates. The texture comes from working the middle double treble stitch in between either the two double crochet stitches of the corner stitch or the middle double treble stitch, both from 2 rows below. But I'll show you how that works as we go. We like to take things nice and slow around here. So we'll talk through every single step. There are 2 setup rows, and after that, it's a 1 row repeat. Just to clarify, I use US stitch terminology, although I'm based in the UK. The UK stitch terms, sorry, will be popped in the description box down below. Now, I'll tell you about this yarn that I'm using just at the end as well, so that you have the information about that. The yarn that I'm using for the demonstration today is Sirdar Snuggly 4-ply. Now, when I created the square, it was for a large baby blanket, just one large square, and I used the Sirdar Snuggly 4-ply in cream for the body of the blanket. It's beautifully soft. It gives a lovely stitch definition. Today I'm using the Sirdar Snuggly in the colour Honey. Now you want to start with either a magic ring or with a chain 4 and then slip stitch into the bottom chain. Uh, you can make your magic ring however you make your magic ring. I start with working the short end over the working end, slip the short end through the loop, and I pop the working end over my finger and I'm ready to go. Today I'm using a 3.5mm hook, the recommended hook size with this particular yarn is 3mm. Now you begin with a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now that chain 4 is 3 chains for your last double crochet and 1 chain for your corner space. I'll show you how that works and what that means as we go. Now you want to start with 2 double crochet into your center ring. Today doesn't count as a crochet lesson, but we'll talk through the 2 main stitches, which are double crochets and double treble crochets as we make them. So yarn over the hook, pop your hook into the ring, pull up a loop, yarn over the hook, pull through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, pull through 2 loops, and there's your double crochet. One more of those, yarn over the hook, pop your hook into the loop, pull up a loop, yarn over the hook, pull through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, pull through 2 loops. Now chain 2, 1, 2. Now we're going to make 2 more double crochets. So 1, and 2, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets. 1 and 2. There we go. Now chain 2. So now you have 1, 2, 3 sets of 2 double crochet. Now you already have your last double crochet, which is that chain 3 there. So you need to finish the corner by making one more double crochet into that center loop, and then you need to slip stitch to attach it to that chain 3. So from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into that third chain from the bottom, top there, and then slip stitch into the chain space. Now I always like to slip stitch both into the chain and into the chain space because it makes that last stitch there more secure. If you prefer to slip stitch directly into the chain, then please feel free to do so. Now we start again with a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we start every single row. And we're going to make 2 double crochet straight back into that chain space. 1, and 2. And that's how you're going to start every single round. The chain 4 and then making 2 double crochet straight back into that same chain space, and then you'll complete that corner when you come back around. Now once you've made those 2 double crochet, chain 1, and then you're going to hop over into this chain 2 corner here, and we're going to make a new corner. So your corners are always going to be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So that's 1, and 2 double crochet, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochet. Sorry, excuse me. Pet has an optional extra around here. Now once you've made that corner, chain 1, and then come into this corner here and make a new corner. So that's 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. And your corners are always going to be chain 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Once you've completed that corner, chain 1, and you're going to come over into this corner and make a new corner. It's 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. Once you've completed that third corner, chain 1. Now you have the majority of this corner made, you just need to complete it. You have your last double crochet, which is that chain 3 here, and the corner made with that chain 1. So you just need to put one double crochet, one last double crochet in, and then you need to slip stitch into the third chain from the bottom. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then slip stitch into the chain space. So those are your 2 setup rounds made. Now that you've got your 2 setup rounds made, we can start to make the pattern of the square. So we chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, as we do at the start of every new round. And back into that same corner, we start with 2 double crochet. Once you've got those 2 double crochet made, chain 1. Now, you're going to work 1 double crochet, 1 double treble crochet worked in between the 2 double crochet of the starting round 2 rounds below, and then another double crochet. Let me show you what that looks like. So double crochet, now a double treble crochet. So yarn over the hook twice, slide your hook in between the 2 double crochet of the starting round 2 rounds below. There. Okay, and pull up a loop, yarn over the hook, pull through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, pull through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, pull through 2 loops, and then 1 more double crochet. Let me show you that again. So you've got your double crochet. Now you're going to make a double treble crochet. So yarn over the hook twice, pop your hook in between the 2 double crochet of the starting round 2 rounds below, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over the hook and do a double crochet. There we go. then chain one. You always make a chain in between each of your sets of stitches. Now you're coming into a corner, so you're going to make a new corner. And your corners are always going to be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. See, I've just done a third one. So it's 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Then chain 1. Now into the next chain 1 space here, you're going to work a double crochet, yarn over the hook twice, pop your hook in between the 2 double crochet from the starting round 2 rounds below, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then make 1 more double crochet. Chain 2, chain 1, and then you're coming into your new corner. So your corner is always going to be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Chain 1. And then you're going to make your set of stitches in here again. So that's double crochet, yarn over the hook twice, work your double treble in between the 2 double crochet in the round 2 rounds below, and then work a double crochet. Chain 1. Now you have a new corner. So you work 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, my idea for this square, I chain 1, yes I did. So chain 1, double crochet, double treble crochet, pop your hook in between the 2 double crochet from the starting round 2 rounds below. Try not to let my thumb get in the way there. That's it. yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's try that again. And yarn over, pull through 2. That's it. My idea for this square was basically I wanted to use the Larksfoot stitch in a granny square, but I had seen it done similarly to the block stitch, and I love the block stitch, but I wanted something with a little bit more texture. So this was why I worked it in this particular way. And once you've done that, chain 1, and then you're to your last corner, which you just need to complete. You have your last double crochet already there, so you just need to make one more double crochet, slip stitch 1, 2, 3 into that chain, and then into the chain space. And it's because we're working in between the stitches, because eventually we're going to be working in between those 2 stitches, is why I'm slip stitching into both the chain and the chain space. If you're happy to just work into the chain space, that's absolutely fine, but I just like the extra security with my particular tension. It's entirely up to you. So next round, chain 4, 2, 3 and 4, and then 2 double crochet straight back into that corner. That's how you start every round. And then you'll finish that corner when we come back around again. Now chain 1, now you're going to work your first Larksfoot stitch in between the 2 double crochet of the corner stitch 2 rounds below, so that's these 2 here. So you've got your 1 chain space here, you've got the 2 double crochet here, and it's these in between these 2 here that you're going to work that double crochet stitch. So make sure you've chained 1 and then 1 double crochet, yarn over twice, then 1 more double crochet. Starting to lose the light a little bit already, but I've got the light on over me there. Then chain 1 again. Now you're going to make your next Larksfoot stitch here with your double treble stitch worked in between the 2 double crochet stitches from the corner on this 2 rounds below here. So let's show you what that means. You're going to work 1 double crochet, 1 double treble crochet worked in between those 2 double crochet stitches, and then 1 more double crochet. chain 1, and now you're in your next corner. So it's 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, chain 1. Now we're going to do that again. So 1 double crochet, 1 double treble crochet worked in between the 2 double crochets of the corner stitch 2 rounds below. So those 2 right there. You see? And then 1 more double crochet. Then chain 1. And then here into this chain space here, I'm going to repeat that. So that's 1 double crochet, 1 double treble crochet worked in between 2 double crochet from the corner stitch 2 rounds below there, and 1 more double crochet. Chain 1, and now you're back into a new corner. So that's double crochet, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, chain 1, now you're going to make a new Larksfoot stitch, so that's double crochet, double treble crochet worked in between those 2 double crochet from the corner stitch 2 rounds below, and 1 more double crochet. Chain 1, double crochet, oops, let's try and get the yarn on the hook properly, double crochet, double treble crochet worked in between those 2 double crochet the corner stitch 2 rounds below, and 1 double crochet. Chain 1 and a new corner, chain 2, for your corners, and once you've made your corner, chain 1, and again, here in this chain 1 space, 1 double crochet, one double treble crochet works in between the 2 double crochets from the corner stitch 2 rounds below, and another double crochet, chain 1, and then just one more set of stitches before you finish your corner, one double crochet, one double treble crochet worked in between those 2 corner stitches from the 2 rounds below, and one more double crochet, chain 1, and then you're going to finish up that corner by putting in one last double crochet and slip stitching 1, 2, 3 into that 3rd chain up from the bottom, and then into the chain space. And we're starting to just build that pattern out now. But now, on round 5, is where we start to work the stitch. Row 5 is your pattern repeat row. So chain 4, 2, 3 and 4, 2 double crochet back into that same chain space, chain 1, and now we come over to your first chain 1 space, and into that space you make 1 double crochet, 1 double treble crochet in between the 2 double crochet of the corner space 2 rounds below, and one more double crochet. Then chain 1. Now you come over to the chain space here. Let me just work out some yarn very quickly. That's it. Now, make 1 double crochet. Now this time you're going to work your double treble crochet into the top of the middle stitch here, which is the double treble crochet 2 rounds below. So yarn over the hook twice, pop your hook under both loops of the double treble crochet 2 rounds below, pull up a loop, yarn over the hook, pull through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, pull through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, pull through 2 loops. Let me show you that again, because this is where the main body of the texture of the blanket comes from. Yarn over the hook twice. Here's your Larksfoot stitch 2 rounds below. 1, 2. There's that middle double treble stitch. There's the top of the stitch. Slip your hook right under the 2 loops of the stitch, all the way under. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, so that your loops are worked over both the 2 loops of the stitch and the chain immediately below you. And then work 1 more double crochet around the chain of the row below you. And that's where the main body texture of the stitch comes from. The texture of the cloth eventually comes from. It creates such a beautiful texture. Chain 1. Now over to this next chain 1 space and work your Larksfoot stitch. Your double treble stitch in between the 2 double crochet stitches of the corner stitch 2 rounds below. Chain 1, and then you're in a new corner, and your corner is always 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Okay, So let's repeat that row again. So into this first, let's chain 1, into this first chain 1 space here. Ooh, double crochet, double treble crochet worked between the 2 double crochets of the corner 2 rounds below, and another double crochet. Then chain 1. Now, here in this middle chain 1 space, 1 double crochet, yarn over the hook twice. Here's the Larksfoot stitch 2 rounds below. Here in the middle, the second stitch is your double treble crochet, and here at the top are the 2 loops at the top of the stitch. Pop your hook right under both loops at the top of the stitch, pull up a loop so the loop comes up all the way up over both the loops and the chain immediately below you, and work your stitch, and then we'll work 1 more double crochet. Chain 1. Work 1 more Larksfoot stitch in the chain 1 space here, double crochet, double treble crochet worked in between the 2 double crochet of the row 2 rows below, and 1 more double crochet. Chain 1. Now you're coming into a new corner, so your new corner is always 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, then chain 1. So you work your Larksfoot stitch into the next chain 1 space here with your double treble stitch worked in between the 2 double crochet from the round 2 rounds below, chain 1, and then you're into your middle space here. So it's double crochet, yarn over twice, pop your hook under the 2 loops of the middle stitch, pull up a loop all the way up, and then work another double crochet. Then chain 1, work your next set of stitches, work your new corner, which is always 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, then chain 1, and we're on our last side. Once you've made your corner, chain 1, work your next set of stitches there in the chain 1 space, 1 double crochet, 1 double treble crochet, chain 1, and then with this middle one, double crochet, work the double treble crochet under the 2 loops at the top of the stitch. Let me show you that again. Yarn over twice, the 2 loops, got the middle stitch, there are the 2 loops of the middle stitch, work your hook right under the 2 loops of the middle stitch, pull a loop all the way up, so that you draw that stitch all the way up to the chain. And then make 1 more double crochet. Then chain 1, then make your last set of Larksfoot stitches, in between the 2 double crochet of the round below, chain 1, then 1 last double crochet into that corner to finish the corner, slip stitch into the 3rd chain, and slip stitch into the chain space. And that's your repeating round. So as you go round, you'll make your first set of stitches into the double crochets of the corner round 2 rounds below, and then you'll make your next set of stitches into the tops of the Larksfoot stitches 2 rounds below. So you'll make them into the sets there, and then back into the corner stitches there, and that's your repeating round, and it makes the most beautiful, beautiful texture. And you can make absolutely anything with this motif. You can make it as one large blanket, like I did with the baby blanket for my grandbaby. You can use them as little motifs, or let me just, dog has been happening stage left whilst I've been finishing this demonstration. So this, I'm working up. I have a number. I have 3 of these balls of yarn. These are UK-based. It's a UK-based company called Emu. They're called Snowballs. This is in the colour Frosted Petal. There are 550 meters of DK-based yarn per 100 grams, which means it's quite fine DK. And yes, it is fuzzy yarn. But you don't have to be nervous about fuzzy yarn. You really don't. Well, it's actually about 530 meters per 100 grams. It's an acrylic wool blend. It does have this halo, but you don't have to be nervous of yarn that has a halo like this, providing you're working a stitch that is relatively simple. So a stitch like this is perfect. You can still create absolutely gorgeous cloth that you can make anything with. Now, in this particular case, what I'm going to be making is a boho poncho. I've wanted a floaty boho poncho for ages. And this is going to help to make, I'm going to make probably about 6 large squares to make this. Once the pattern's been made and I've made it up, I will be sharing that with you for free, as always. But I'm really enjoying making this. It's creating beautiful, beautiful texture, and I'm absolutely loving working this up. So I'm looking forward to sharing this with you. It's going to be something that I'm going to want to wear as both a layering piece over the rest of this winter, but it's also something that I'm going to be able to carry through into the spring as well, because it's a light wool blend yarn. It means that it makes a fantastic layering piece for various seasons. So I'm really, really enjoying designing and making this, and I'm looking forward to sharing this with you later on. But that's the Larks Rising Granny Square. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm really pleased to be able to share this with you. Please let me know what you make with this. Please like, please subscribe. It all helps out in the algorithm. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Please take care. Bye bye.